And howdy, fellas.
How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. I guess I'm, like I said, I told you I was a little bit annoyed, and that was about it.
Yeah. We got a lot of shit to cover tonight. But first off, if and when, and I don't know that he will be, but if Ben T shows up tonight, it's his birthday today. So let's keep that in mind. And Ben, if you watch the rerun, happy birthday. So
happy birthday, Big Ben. At midnight when you watch this.
And let's see, East Coast is here, howdy, and Possum is here. And we got a lot of ground to cover tonight. So what shall we start with? You want to elaborate on your 04 experience on the Pavo 24 minute?
I have an annoyance with this. Okay, this is the 04 light.
Yeah.
Because of the wonkiness of the setup. I totally understand. This is definitely something for just a very small kit, and it does fly well. I mean, there's no question that you can fly with it. I would have liked to actually have used it, with the full DJI experience, but I don't think I missed out much with that. This was different story. This is basically the 04 Pro on a 2-inch, and that's, like I said, a much different story as far as video is concerned. There's a huge noticeable difference with what this does when it comes to what you see after you pull it from the air unit. It's literally ready to go. You don't have to really do anything to it. As far as, stabilization, as far as how the video looks, just if you just fly, smooth lines, you don't even, like I said, gyro flow is just not necessary. That's basically what I came to the conclusion of. And you put that on a really big smooth bird or something, that's gonna be everybody's main cam. I'm thinking. That's my thought on that. Very impressed. Easy, clean install. You don't see any garbage, That's the way it's supposed to go in. No zip ties. So,
it's only going to be a matter of time before somebody comes up with a cage for the Pavo, specifically for the light air unit.
Right. And what everybody's doing right now is they're just throwing a filler in there, which really does not wedge it in there. It needs to be wedged in there so it's solid.
I mean, the thing is supposed to mount it on a 25 by 25. How hard can it be to run 4 screws?
Well, you can now, but the problem is you ran into this problem with the Kai 2. Is that the all-in-one flight controller turns at half a turn, so you can't get to the freaking USB port. So it's a big pain in the ass. So that's why now if you have it mounted like that, everything's square,
Yeah.
So
no, I mean the cage that goes on top of your Pavo, somebody's gonna come out, redesign that cage.
Yeah, you have to get to that. Because that's the only way you can get footage off this thing.
Yeah, specifically for the 04 light.
If you bolt it in, that's why everybody's tying it. If you screw it in, you have to turn it quarter turn. Now there actually is there's people are printing up a little plate, which allows you to not have to do that, but then you have nothing to screw into. So, you have to do what I did, and that's buy, let's you got to go and make a huge investment in screws and press nuts and more screws, M2 and M3. I'm sick of freaking not having screws. So,
Well, I mean, that's about freaking time you bought some screws. Good Lord. Box of screws like that is what, $10? It's got all the different
yeah, as long
lengths.
as you stay away from freaking a website with a drone website, that box would be at $25 if you go to RDQ or somewhere.
Buy the shit off of Amazon. It's $10 for an assortment box with 600 and somewhat pieces. Frankly, $200 are freaking.
Yeah, I'll never buy another damn screw for the rest of my life. So
I thought that too, and I'm actually on my second box of M2 now.
but now I could print off which I'm going to do. I'm going to take this all apart. I'm going to print off the right parts, and I'm going to get this in here the way it's supposed to. And the front is in there right.
Yeah.
The front, that's the way that's supposed to be mounted. It looks good. But everything else is garbage. I don't even like how this mounts. It's not, I probably need to put a tie around that, and that'd be the only thing. I don't want to use any ties. I want it to clip in, click, click, click. We're to that point. But the nice thing is I could go from 04 Lite to 04 Pro in just 4 screws. So that's the nice thing. You disconnect, plug and play, bang, bang in your 04 Lite. So you got to admit that looks freaking badass.
Yeah, no, that
looks good.
Yeah, no, that looks good.
The only thing wrong with this is it's not 4S. I don't like 3S, but 3S works really good. I mean, I can freaking blast I can buzz the shit out of stuff with that. But if it was 4S, that would be, it's the Pavo 25-ish. So that's where I might do is I might put the 04 Lite in the Pavo 25, which has got a Vista in it right now, and I'll sell the Vista. So if anybody wants a Vista, I'll take it's a real Vista. I'll take that one out, and then we'll go 04 in there. So I got a plan. But yeah, 04 Pro is, once again, DJI's got us by the nuts, and it's so nice.
Well,
just, I like the dual antennas. I really do. That just looks so sharp. I mean, it just looks way sharp. It's excessive, but it's.
Well, I see Possum has got 04 Pro and goggles N3 on the way.
Well, I had goggles N3 on the way until RDQ screwed me and said that I had something getting shipped. But what they did was they printed a shipping label without product, is what they did. So, and I ordered that on the 13th, and it is now the 21st, which is bullshit. So RDQ, fuck off for right now. Sorry there, Kai.
If I
could get that off my chest,
redirect y'all's attention to right about there. You see, there's a new box on the shelf.
A nude box.
A new box.
A new box. Oh. See, this is where Kai freaking torments me.
Because yours truly found a deal on some N3 goggles. I think that listing wasn't on Facebook Marketplace, but maybe 10 minutes.
Uh-oh, I ordered the RDQ and said in stock. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I'm just pissed because I ordered all this stuff within a day and everything should be in to me within a day. But now we got weather, we got freaking snow in Florida probably right now. So it's okay. I'll live. But Kai's going to enlighten me right now about how awesome they are.
Well, they do fit over your glasses. Not necessarily these glasses. They're a little too big, but I've got my old cheaters here and they work fine. But really, I don't need them.
They're fine. You can see pretty good.
I can see whatever's on the screen, I can see it fine. Now I've got nothing to bind this thing to at this point because I haven't bought a Neo or Nevada 2
But you can still tell. I mean, you can still tell what it's like.
And both of my 04 units are still on the way from race day quads.
Can you check? Can you attach them? Can you attach them to the Fly app at all and do a simulator with them?
I never dealt with the DJI simulator.
That's an option.
I'll give you all a heads up right now. When you get these, the way to activate them is through the DJI Fly app on your phone. And you need to have a USB-C to USB-C cable to your phone. I'm like, okay, plug it in your phone. So I broke out the OTG cable, and well, that was not the way to go. So you have to have a USB-C to USB-C cable to activate these. And then obviously there is the mandatory firmware update that goes with it.
Yeah. So you can't use the app, right? Or the computer.
You can't use the
consumer
assistant to FPV or whatever. No,
Did you update yours? Did you update that to the new version?
It's been updated to the new firmware. What's that? 1.0.3. So I got those. Hey, Sunrise. And no, the other thing that I noticed, switching between devices on like all of the DJI goggles I ever had, you did it in the settings and then the about and switch over. These here, you go under status and then you see up on the top right, there's a switch button that you can highlight and click on. And then it gives you Avata 2, Neo, 04 Lite, and 04 Pro. Now, we don't have 03 on these yet, but the reviewer firmware or the pre-release firmware actually had 03 listed in the compatible devices. On the release firmware, they took 03 out. So maybe it's like the Goggles 3 where they took a little while before they made the Goggles 3 03 compatible. I'm kind of hoping that's what happens with these two. Now, one thing I did notice was the screen looks like it's a little bowed. It's not completely flat display. You can see on either side there's a slight curve in it. And I don't think it's going to be a problem. As far as picture, I mean, I only see the still pictures that are in there, the factory backgrounds. They both look fine to me. Yeah, I mean, you take some hits on these, they're only 60 frames per second, not the 100 frames per second like the OLEDs. There's an LCD display, not the OLED. I mean, there's a number of shortcomings on these, but I'm not a racer. I'm not much of a flippy flopper either. I'm more on a long range side of things and
Yeah.
the chill cruising. And I think for that, these goggles are going to be plenty good enough. And I think Brent is about the same boat as me, more on the cruising, flying around than the flippy flops and the bando bashing. So,
Yeah, I just want a set of goggles that I can see stuff in and I can fly with, and they feel, they fit somewhat nice. That's, I don't have to fight a battle with them.
well, just so we're for demonstration purposes. So,
What do you think size-wise?
they have a little, pardon?
What do you think size-wise? Do they feel like the V1, V2, kind of it? Because that's kind of what we're comparing them, I'm guessing, too.
This is definitely a box goggle.
Uh-huh. I don't
So
mind box. I like the...
You're looking at a screen. It's not quite, wall to wall on the display like it is.
So it's depth. It's got depth.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of depth to it.
That's kind of what
it's not like an old analog goggle where you feel like you're looking down a 30-foot hallway at a 32-inch screen.
Excuse me. Ugh.
So, time will tell, but yeah, I saved myself a pretty penny on these, so we'll see how this works out.
Just to be on it, or to be fair with RDQ, my air units came with plenty of time. I think what happened may have been a combination of two things: weather. Even though it's Florida, it's still got to go. And the other one is the holiday.
Yeah.
The MLK thing. I think that all kind of was a perfect storm with the mail service, and they did ship it U.S. mail, so that could be my dilemma. It does say that there was an order that the order was.
Here's the thing, and
It said that it was.
Yeah,
it says that it was shipped.
Okay. My experience was freaking Florida orders, and I've ordered even stuff from when I was in the aquariums way back when. And why the heck is this thing starting?
That right there, it says package acceptance pending. See that? What does that mean?
That means the Postal Service hadn't picked it up yet. Meaning they've got the package, they got a label on it, and it's sitting in RDQ's warehouse ready to be picked up.
So we'll see where that goes.
And
I just get pissed off. We're all freaking hooked on. We're all hooked on electric gadgets, and the F word will come out when shit doesn't go our way.
Well,
kind of like the printer thing.
Let's not talk about the printer right now. It's a bit of a sore subject.
I didn't mean to bring that up. Got two victories in front of you right now.
To get back to the shipping thing, I've had it more than once where stuff shipping out of Florida is just completely in the dark for 2 or 3 days because they're using some contractor to get stuff up and down in Florida. And I've had that before where, they sent me shipping address, they picked it up, and then it went dark. And next thing you know, the blessed thing shows as, out for delivery. I'm like, okay, I don't know how this happened. Yeah, let's talk printer for a minute. Bought it on the 8th. They created a shipping label on the 9th. It got picked up by somebody at some point. And at latest tracking per FedEx, it's in North Houston. Any package that ships from Houston to San Antonio usually gets here overnight. I mean, there's plenty of times when I order stuff from Houston, I only have to use ground service because I know it's going to be here the next day anyway. At most, it's 2 days. Today is the 21st. That printer is unknown. It vanished. And then, I put in a ticket through eBay, and that line some bitch Creality tells them, oh, this package shows to be ready to be picked up. You just need to go pick it up. So I shot him an email back saying, if it's ready to be picked up, why didn't I get a notification? Where's the tracking number that shows that? Because the tracking number you give me only shows it sitting in the warehouse in North Houston as of the 13th of January.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Which, I mean, puts Creality on my shit list right now. I don't know if it's big enough a deal to blow them off because Bamboo bamboozled themselves too. And where are all my Bamboo printer folks here? Because Bamboo is changing the way you can use your printer.
It would be nice if you could use your slicer of choice, and still communicate through a network with your machine. I mean, that's what we want because it's kind of like everybody likes kind of like a video editor. Everybody likes a different tool, and that's just not the case. But I'm not completely, I'm not one of those people totally disappointed with the
well, Bamboo is locking down their firmware to third parties.
Yeah.
You used to be able to use like Orca Slicer, and that is no more. But the way they're forcing it is some I don't care for. Because, there's a firmware update that you have to do or you won't be able to print anything.
Jim's I love Bamboo.
Yeah, I know you do. And I wish they would have done differently, but allegedly Orca Slicer will be made compatible with Bamboo, but you will not be able to go slicer to printer. You will have to go slicer to Bamboo Cloud to printer. So anything that goes to the printer through any means other than sticking a USB stick into it, you have to go through the Bamboo Cloud. You can't do without, but most of their perks or features that you will want to use, like the camera and what have you need to be using the cloud. So yeah, it it almost sucks as bad as the Benchy saga.
I'm okay with the Benchy thing. I can print any damn thing that they let me print. I can honestly say I've never printed a Benchy in my life.
Well, then you don't know what you're missing out on.
All I know is my
I
flip
actually
and
have
my, my flip and flip is still on the way from Chicago. And my goggles are still sitting in Sarasota, Florida, in a freaking warehouse somewhere. There's probably a warehouse crew freaking flying drones around the warehouse right now.
Yeah, somewhere I've got another derivative of the Benchy.
So there's a lot of illegally obtained benchies out there.
Yeah, basically.
I have 4,000 benchies.
When the Benchy get okay, for those that don't know, so there's a lot of derivatives of the Benchy floating around out there that were done without authorization of the original creator. Original creator didn't give a darn. Okay.
Are we really arguing over the
No, I'm just
the legal nature of the benchy? What the?
I'm just bringing everybody else up to speed so they know what the heck it is we're talking about. I had to bring you up to speed too. So
I'll just cry until I get my way.
there's a guy that created a Banshee and he put it on Thingiverse under a license where you can print it out to your heart's content, but you could not do any versions of it without
Like make Dwayne the Rock Johnson in it or something like that.
So well,
sure.
The company that the guy owned that designed the Banshee got sold, and the new company that owns it now is apparently some subsidiary of Prusa. And one of the legal egos at Prusa saw they have this design floating out there that is legally theirs now and has all these derivatives that were not authorized, and they went through the 3D platforms and had them all yanked. So
free benchy. The benchy or not the benchy. Free benchy. Stand there at a protest and you're the guy holding the boat picture. Everybody's worried about world peace and shit, and you're standing there with a blue boat picture. Oh, Joe Blaylock. Holy crap.
Joe is here. I see Akiraza is here. Coast to Coast is here. We got a full house.
Akiraza. Yeah, no. So anyways, in 2025 sometime there should be, okay, let's get back to the entries really quick. So you can, so your review is, would anybody want them damn things to fly with?
Sure. I mean, I don't have anything to fly with yet.
$229, assuming I get mine. With tax, $244. Holy shit. Utah state tax, Utah county tax, Utah city tax. Oh my God. Yep. Oh, so much tax. What the hell?
Well, I kind of get around all that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I like to order from China. They don't mess around with that tax crap.
Bullshit.
It depends. You gotta order them from Canada. Canada doesn't give a shit about your state tax. Assuming you get your product from Canada. Let me tell you something. If Canada comes through with my flip, I am going to order from Canada every time.
Well, Jim just said he got his flip. Did I just see Lee in here too?
Flipping Canadians.
There's Lee. Yellow Rose.
I just get pissed when Idaho Quadcopter gets his shit before mine.
Idaho Quadcopter is otherwise occupied right now.
He's freaking flying his damn flip is what he's flipping doing, and I don't have a flipping flyer to flip and flip and fly. And the weather's starting to improve.
Well,
Kai, it was 17 degrees last night here. I was literally up all night thinking about my 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 hydrants on the side of my house freezing. I was like, oh my God, they're freezing. I even got up like twice to turn the water on.
Well, and here comes Mikey, which would be a good time for me to swing over to our next subject.
I'm in a better mood now.
Have a little bit of an unboxing here, live and in color, so to speak. Because looky what showed up today.
Radio Master GX12. Yeah. There should be a music played. It should be like rock music. Radio Master GX12. And then Kai should be like this. And then there should be a car going. And then drones flying all over the place. GX12. Yeah.
What did they put in your coffee today?
I just got over being pissed. So I am now joyful.
You're now joyful?
Yeah, I'm so excited tonight. I get to wear a bunch of wires and crap for my sleep study.
Yeah,
that's what I had to go pick up.
All right, is this the right? Yeah, this is the right.
You can use the whole screen. Make me smaller, and you can make me invisible. There we go.
Let's see.
Live unboxing with Kai Friedrichsen, Lone Star UAV.
I'll just have to share.
Okay, now is this which camera is shooting down here?
That's an old Logitech camera.
Yeah, it's working pretty good.
That's the old Logitech camera. So
look at that.
Instructions. Oh, we got some stickers.
Document camera. That's what I use. My dock camera.
I like the smell of Chinese formaldehyde.
No shit. That's you're right now getting poisoned. Ooh, look at the collapsible sticks.
Oh yeah. All right. We got collapsible sticks. We got all sorts of switches.
Oh my God! Don't let the people in freaking New Jersey see you with that.
3-way, 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 and slider switches for like a pan and tilt. And then we have sticks. And these are actually CNC machined gimbals.
CNC.
Oh, yeah, that feels pretty good. Yeah, I already know which one's going to be my arming and disarming switch.
Heck yeah.
And now for the most satisfying part of the whole deal. Nothing like being able to, let's see, you get a battery tray with it. And since I'm a prepared fella, I already got some batteries ready to rock and roll. What's that? All right, come on. There we go. First time firing it up.
More watts than you can handle.
Switch warning. There we go.
Get those switches down. Get those switches down, bitches.
Well, all of these switches here are actually, the color on them is programmable, which is kind of weird and kind of cool. Let's see. What views do we get on this? Anyhow, yeah. That's an OLED screen, which actually shows up outside in the sunlight too. And here's the biggest thing. Dual antennas for dual transmitters. Because this thing can go 2.4 gig and it can go 915 megahertz. And it can do one in 2.4 and the other one in 915, or both in 915, or both in 2.4. So you get all this diversity stuff to go with it.
All kinds of diversity and inclusion on that freaking wall.
Oh, yeah. And then we have on the back, you still have the nano bay if you wanted to fly anything else. And I still have my nano transmitter, TBS Crossfire. I can pop that on the back and still use my Crossfire stuff. So, yeah, I am very, very happy with this. You know, yeah, this feels good. This feels good. This feels.
How does it feel, Kai? Uh-oh. Where'd he go?
Better than the X-Lite. And it feels better than the Zorro.
Yep.
And I'm currently using the Boxer, and that one, the Boxer's going down the road.
Oh my gosh, you could do a great meme with this one. You holding the radio and then giving it to a dwarf next to you. Freaking crush him with it. This is a nice feeling radio. What do you think about this? And hand it. Oh, Kai froze, not the video. It was Kai thinking.
We can do the direct comparison to the Boxer.
Oh wow. That's an interesting comparison right there. Because the Boxer looks freaking huge next to it, actually.
Yeah, and the Boxer, the switches up front, they're okay, but
you like them on the front, don't you?
I like them.
Nice.
I like them up here on the shoulder.
Yeah, because you can flick it down with that finger there, your left finger. When you're, I thumb it, and I can. I now have pretty good tactile awareness where everything is. So my left middle finger is switching my arm switch on, and my left index is hitting my
right
nose.
Here was my arm and switch, and that was always a little difficult to get to.
Well, you're literally taking your thumb off this. You're taking your thumb off while you're doing that. You're moving your hand. Yeah. Do it with the other one. See, the other one you'll stay in the flying position, and your hands, your fingers don't leave the switch.
This is the throttle. So,
guys, if I could give you any advice, don't let your hands get off. Don't let your hands slide off the switches, bitches. Okay. We're talking FPV now, so we can say stuff like that.
Well, no, this feels pretty good. I'm gonna have to fire up the old simulator tonight and take this thing for a spin.
That's what she said, man. Hey, whatever I'm drinking here, this FLG, it just made
Yeah,
me really happy.
what did they mix into that thing?
I don't know. LFG stands for life's freaking good, right?
So
There you go. That's what's working for me right now. I was in the shittiest mood before I started this stupid stream. I'm such
so they do give you some additional switches with this thing, and they do give you some other plates to change out these plates for different configurations.
oh, that's cool.
You get momentary switches right here on either side, but
The pause button. Remember, everybody says, "Hey, we got to put they got the new pause button in the in Beta Flight version 6."
I think this one right here is going to be my arm switch. And this
Did you see that?
Out for
Did you see that video, Kai? The Beta Flight video with the pause switch?
Yep, you sent it to me.
I was just wondering if you saw that. Which I kind of like that idea where you can just go, you know, I've got to get a phone call. Pause.
Yeah. The only issue I see was that pause thing.
The oh shit button.
You need to have a damn good GPS lock for that.
Right. I don't trust that shit at all. Especially the GPS lock on covert Chinese drone projects.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike, you're right. You can customize the bejesus out of this thing. But these gimbals are hard to fold.
Just so you know, Kai, just so you know, I still haven't forgotten, okay? This is still an ongoing process right here.
All right, here's the real question everybody wants to know. What is the difference size-wise? This is the Boxer case. This is a GX12 case. So
that's the solution right there. Right there. That is the 04 solution. Look at that. That is wonky.
Well,
so you want to put an 04 camera on your 30 millimeter freaking standoff build? I think 25 the standoff. And
this one right here has the Walksnail HD Pro in it right now, and this will get retrofitted with the 04. The 04 Pro is going in this bird.
You just got to put
you won't get to fly it. Because last time Kelly flew this thing, it ended up on the power line and then on the workbench to get.
You see what he did with the flip already? He's already flipped and flown it into the power line.
No, that was the Air 3.
No, his flip video. Didn't he do a flip video?
You know, I put a comment under there. You know, finally he's wrecking one of his own drones. But that.
Oh, that's right. That was his Air 3S. That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
And for some reason, that comment got deleted. Sunrise, you had anything to do with that? So,
dude, I'm gonna find it with this thing. I'm gonna take this sucker out there. There's no way I can't fly this out there. I'm taking this thing on a big rip. 3S.
Whoa. Sunrise says we crashed the flip into the tree.
Mm-mm.
All right. I want to know who was on the sticks.
Who was the pilot in command? Tell me who the pilot in command was. Come on. That's big words for whose drone is it?
The pilot in command after we find out who was on the sticks. I want to know who was on the sticks. And then we'll find out who the PIC was.
Oh, jeez.
And he says maybe YouTube deleted my comments. Sure. Blame it on YouTube.
Oh. Sneeze.
Trying to put this radio away. Well, technically, the flip did it on its own, but Kelly was holding the controller. Okay, well, the impactor strikes again.
Excuses.
See, Kelly doesn't crash. Kelly makes an impact.
Yeah, there's a difference between an actual crash and a. Kelly was the pilot in command, so it was Kelly. But yeah, that was the Air 3S that they were doing the. I'll tell you right now, the Mini 4, is like real alien technology when it comes to follow like that. I put it in a side follow I put it in a rotational follow, and I went through all kinds of stuff, trees, buildings, poles. It didn't hit one thing, but obviously my trees had leaves on them. So no wires, didn't hit a wire, didn't hit a net. It knew what the net was. I just think you guys need to get a smarter quadcopter. I think that's the problem, that you guys are getting sent dumb quads.
You're not all wrong about that, Mike.
Jim's got your flip. You're a flipping flyer. It flies like it was
He
stolen.
already has this.
Did you have it? How long have you had yours, Jim? Okay, I want to know what part of Canada you're buying yours from. My Canadian drone hasn't showed up yet, so.
Yeah, no, he had it long enough to fly it. So that's all you need to know.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah.
I'm not so foolish to think it ain't gonna fly good. That's all I know.
So what do y'all think? Do we stick with a single antenna or we do the dual antennas back here?
You're gonna put your own antennas, right?
Well, I mean, I can either use the antennas that came with it, or I was thinking about getting an 03 antenna and stick it on the back here for a single antenna, and then hook that into the 04 unit and stick with a single antenna.
Dual. Jim's already said it. Dual. Well, when you use a 03 antenna, it looks like a little tiny pig's ass, little tiny thing like that.
Yeah, no, I would get a full size antenna. Not. They've done some fancy footwork on that to make the length of the cable work.
Right, because this is not. I mean, you try to stick a freaking. Now the cable, the one thing, Kai, the cable that comes with the 04 is long. It is like this long. It ain't short. They gave us a long cable with that.
Yeah,
I literally had to fold it up, in there. It's like freaking folded because
you seem to forget the 03 antenna is a dual antenna. It's just all in one housing. But if you were to pop the cap off of it, you see two linear antennas up in that knob.
A long antenna on a small quad can cause vibrations.
That's not what she said.
I got some fair vibrations in this light sucker. I don't like light quads because they're subject to all kinds of shit.
It's not the size of the antenna that gives the vibration.
Yeah. That's what. Yep.
Ay, ay, ay. There goes this string. But
I
yeah,
heard that a long antenna with vibrations actually makes your quad fly better.
no, it's how you use it.
Oh man, I gotta get a I gotta
So
get these.
wait a minute. So if you go on the sleep study tonight, do you still get Mexican food?
I just want it over with. I literally, when I went there to get it, I was like, you know what? I'm opting out of this thing. This is not gonna be this is I don't want to do this. I don't even care. Okay. So
I mean,
uh
it's Taco Tuesday, right?
yeah.
So you still going to have tacos and then go to the sleep study?
Oh man, I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Just so this will be the last time I have to deal with this.
Till they
I'll
want
take
you
some
to come. Till they want you
take
to
some
come in and
NyQuil
treat
tonight.
you for your mask.
I'm gonna take some NyQuil. Uh, he was like, he's like, yeah, told me all the stuff to do with it. And I'm like, okay. I says, so I'm going to pick a night where I'm going to sleep, like maybe Saturday or something, or Friday night or
Lee,
something.
if your sleep study became a pain in the butt, you might have gone to the wrong clinic. Okay.
I didn't sleep during my sleep study. No shit. It's kind of like, it's a, there's so much crap you got to do. How can you sleep with all this shit hanging off of you? It's literally like perfect for this guy. Well, yeah, you didn't sleep very good. No shit. Yeah, a freaking probe up my ass and one in my ear and one.
Again, if you end up with a probe up your ass, you may be at the wrong clinic.
I'm sorry, this is not the sleep studied.
That's
Oh,
the colonoscopy. That's a different appointment.
oh well.
Well, you heard about the funeral for that cardiologist, right? So they had this big elaborate funeral for the cardiologist, and at the end of the service, there was a big heart at the, you know, on at the head end of the casket, and at the end of the service, the heart opens up, the casket disappears, the heart closes, show's done. Okay. Right about then, the gynecologist had a big freaking grin on his face. But I hear the proctologist fainted.
Oh. All right, sun's down. One more freaking cold night.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be almost 60 this coming next couple days. So
Well, we actually had snow here this morning.
it was cold enough. It was if we'd have got anything, we'd have been snowing for sure, but no moisture. So Johnny Drone Flyer in the house.
Johnny, are you done shoveling snow yet? I know Louisiana got a bunch of snow.
Did you see that airboat going around? That was cool. There was a guy with an airboat driving around the snow. People skiing down Bourbon Street and crap.
Yeah, that's Louisiana Navy for you. Yeah, no, I saw a video of a guy driving through New Orleans, going up
Snowball
Canal
fight.
Street and all that, and they must have had about 6 inches of snow on the ground. Johnny got 7 inches. I'm assuming that's of snow. Fuck. Minus 35 up there. Yeah, no, you can't have that. Is it minus 35 Fahrenheit or minus 35 Celsius?
Oh.
Yeah, no, that sounds too fucking cold. Yeah, everybody goes like, "Well, you're from Germany, you should be used to such shit." I'm like, I left Germany 30-some years ago. Thank you very much.
There's fires now in San Diego. What's up with that? Somebody trying to burn the whole state down right now. Ugh.
Well, that's kind of why I was surprised that the GX12 showed up, because it came from Pyrodrone, and Pyrodrone is in LA.
Yeah, I haven't. I like Pyrodrone, so I'm hoping we get everything straightened out so I can start. Those guys can start getting some product in. It's just close for me. Welcome to the free state of Florida. It's the Sunshine State. There's some great stuff right now going on. Oh boy,
The freezing state of Florida is now.
the free state of
The
free
freezing
state of Florida. But
yeah, Possum, we already know that RDQ says the N3 is sold out. But if you already had your shipping label printed, then there's a good chance that your package is on the way. You want to check your tracking information one more time and see if it's...
my tracking information hasn't changed in freaking days, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I sent him a love letter a second ago, so.
Well, I mean, yesterday it wouldn't have done anything because yesterday the post office were closed.
Okay, by the way, all this shit's going on. Nothing's coming. I'm at work sitting there, and DJI gives me a call. They always call me. Mr. Goble, we have your order and it's on its way. Sorry for any inconvenience. Is there anything you would like? And they call me, and I would never get a phone call from China, from freaking RDQ, from Florida, or get a phone call from Canada. Mr. Random.
Right.
So thank you, DJI, for caring. They told me that my order was going to be shipped, and it was shipping.
Jill says there's going to be a sale on frozen orange juice.
Yeah, Paso, mine says fulfilled too. So, yeah. Say, Johnny, you got the same call, Mr. Dronefire.
All right, hold on. Building first drone, I've come beginner issue of the drone flipping on takeoff.
Ah, yes.
Motor directions.
Motor direction. Yep.
Prop placement. So and motor location, motor rotation, and props.
Right, and that's the answer. I'm just telling you, it's happened to all of us.
And when you're installing props, each prop has, and I'm going to show this here, each prop has a little print on the prop itself. That print goes up. That's always the top. Even if you have a pusher, then the prop gets pushed over. So the direction you want this prop to go is where the print needs to be. And then mind your prop rotation. So that was actually a good question. Is he? And just for that, I'm going to make him a moderator because good questions. All right. So, yeah. Motor. Make sure the motors are in the corner they're supposed to be and that they're turning the right direction they're supposed to be. Both of those can be done in beta flight. And then make sure that your props are installed correctly, meaning right side up. So hopefully that'll solve your issue. If not, email me and we'll figure something out to get you in there. LoneStarUAV@gmail.com if you get more problems. What was that? So sorry we removed your money from your wallet, but we care so much. Mm-hmm.
We really love you long time.
Love you long time. All right, and if you haven't done so, I'd appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up down there.
I do really love long time. DJI. They give me many proctology exams in my wallet.
Yeah, well, they probably have an office pool going every time there's a new product coming out. Because, first things first, he says he won't buy it.
I can't play that game when I don't get it for 2 months after I order it. So the only thing I bought from DJI were batteries. That's it. I bought an N2 unit because I don't want a freaking N3 unit. I'm so sick of freaking phone annoyances. And I bought an extra battery and a charger. It doesn't save you any money. It's just different. Or I just didn't want an extra battery. I know I'm not going to use the third battery. For my Neo, I always use 2. If once I get through the second battery, my attention span is only 2 batteries long. 3 batteries, it means I've got way too much time on my hands.
Did the wife cut you off?
I bought the Flip because I know it's going to be good.
Johnny says he didn't buy the Flip and he's so proud. But
the Flip is, guys, it's the Mavic Mini 5. It's the Mini 5. It's not the Flip. Okay. It's the Mini 5.
What you know?
It's the Mini 5. There is going to be no Mini 5 in any other shape or form. It is a sub 250 version of it's basically a remake of the Air 4 without any sensors, or the Mini 4 with no sensors. And they just put big, ugly props on it. They go like that. And they put a really cool camera on it, and it's going to fly like a champ. And it's going to work with our N3 goggles, right? Nope,
not yet.
Be interesting if it does work with the N3s, if it works with the O3 gear. That would be fun. It'd be like flying the Avata 2. Oh, that's right. I already have an Avata 2. We sell you 2 drones that were exactly the same. Fuck you, that random. Got you again. Make your order through Canada. I'll buy it. You'll love this. You love us.
Well, I must admit, now that I have the N3 goggles, I am taking another look at the Neo.
Guys, I'm being mean, but it's okay. You can do this. We can do stuff again. As long as we give them our money, it doesn't matter.
And
We loved them long time.
Lance just showed up.
Lance in the house.
Just as we're getting ready to wrap it up. There's a Sean ID going on tonight. Do we know?
Yeah. Sunrise said you have to get a Neo because it's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna love the flip.
I mean, if the Neo survived Chris and Kelly, okay, that should speak to its endurance.
The only thing that sucks about flying the Neo FPV style is it doesn't fly FPV style. So you're like, once you start flying a little bit, you're like, well, I could have just had the other controller, and did this stuff. But it's still kind of fun, and it is fun to fly with goggles. I do like the goggles because in the summer you can go, you can see perfect, and so I don't think we haven't even had the Neo in the summer yet. It hasn't even been 100 degrees with that thing, has it? I don't think so.
No.
There's no way I'm going to get rid of the Neo. It's so cheap. I mean,
the M3 goggles have a cooling option on them. You can turn on a cooling fan on those.
That's nice. The cooling fan is like a nice little. It's a little, just a nice little break from, because it does get little, gets a little bit nippy in there. Wet nippy. Yeah, I saw. Hey, John, I did see you fly your Neo in the snow. I did. I saw that. It was a snowstorm. He was just buzzing around. That's fun. Could you imagine flying with goggles in the snow? My problem is I'd lose it. Because if you try to flip at all, that thing just crashes. It literally just goes. So you can't do that. You can't. You're very limited. And then and then your flying time when it's cold too.
Well, Jim
said minus 10. That's cool. Minus 10.
That's
just warm up your battery.
Cold.
Yeah, I take the Neo everywhere. Every time I go on a hike, I have it with me.
Sean will be talking about the flip on Sean Foxhorn. Okay.
Sean Foxhorn's got a flip, and I don't flip and have a flip.
How come you hadn't got your phone call yet? I mean, we're almost 10 minutes over.
I better check my phone because I've got a new watch, and I don't know if everything's been. I have to be careful here. Let's see. Prepping. Package. Oh, that's DJI prepping my package. My God, DJI's got me every way. They prep my package.
You have DJI to prep your package. Okay? I don't even know about that.
They're fluffing right now. They said they're fluffing me.
Yeah.
Fluffing my package.
All right.
Oh, I hate DJI so bad. These guys suck. Don't ever send me anything for free. It will not be as fun. I won't do anything they want me to do anyway.
Yeah.
In the time frame. I'll be that guy that releases early and then they fire me.
Anyway, I think it's time for us to wrap it up.
Yes.
I want to get on the computer here and do a little bit of sim racing.
Simulator.
Get in a little sim time with the new controller.
Yep, Kai needs some quiet time. He's had enough of me. This has been a pretty tough stream. He had to deal with both extremes.
Gotta get my.
You have a feeling that Kelly's on the DJI naughty list after his review? I thought he was. You can get away with you can speak your mind. He doesn't love stuff as much as I love it. I'll love it just to love it. Kelly's at, he's got to, analyze its inner workings. I just want to feel if it makes me feel good to fly, if it takes great images, but I think he'll be fine. They love him. They love him long time. They'll fluff his package again. But yes, you guys that are flipping your flipping flippers, and Kai has got a good review on our goggles N3, and I'm still waiting for his personal viewpoint, other than now he got it on his face. Did they make you happy, Kai, when you had them on your face?
I don't know that happy as the
did they fulfill your FPV wildest dreams, or were they just?
No, there were neither. I mean,
just goggles.
They're freaking goggles, for crying out loud.
They're just freaking goggles, for crying out loud.
But I mean, they fit comfortable on the face. I mean, if we all remember the goggles too, or as
compared to those contraptions,
often calls them the facial torture device,
or the freaking Integras.
Yeah,
the light. I mean, literally, you can't see anything on the sides.
Well, these fit more like the V1 and V2 goggles.
Yeah, and I like that. I did like the fit of those. It's just been so long since I've had any of those, and that's kind of why for the price, I couldn't just not.
Well, right now, anything 03, I would have to fly on the V2 goggles.
Yeah,
and I still have my V2 goggles because I still have an air unit and my VTOL, and I cannot change that unit out.
Yeah, Drone Delirium says he likes his Integras. I think it has to do with how I remember flying those for the first time, and it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a bad review of them. It's just over time you prefer one over the other, and then people start saying, well, this and that, and I like the fact that this works with this system, and there's my phone call.
All right. That means it's dinner time for Dad, and it's time for us to wrap it up. And we shall see y'all next week. Same time, same place. Hopefully by then I'll have some 04 stuff to talk about. I've already got my parts printed to fit that thing in here. So, any more words of wisdom from the peanut gallery?
No, I'm a huge fan of 04 with very little flight time in it. And it doesn't take much.
And here's a word of wisdom for our folks here in the South that are not used to snow. Okay. Don't eat the yellow snow. Just let's put that out there. I know y'all ain't used to snow at all, but don't eat the yellow snow.
Don't eat the yellow snow. Look out where the Huskies go.
Yeah. Your dog would love it over here right now.
My dog loves this weather. I mean, he doesn't complain one bit. He loves this stuff. There you go. Go out with some 04. There we go.
Let's go out with some 04.
There's some 04 footage right there. I'm just up there. All I'm doing is just, exploring the sky. I'm not trying to do anything fancy. I'm just up there looking at the neighborhood, and it's just floating. Now it's windy as hell, by the way. I am into the wind right now, and I have no throttle on or very little throttle. It's just hanging there. You can tell when I try to take a right turn that it blows this way. It'll blow to your right. So I'm trying to fly that little tiny, 2-inch, and watch this. I'll take a I'll take a turn. You see how it blows up onto the roof? It wants to go up there. But yeah, it's good. It's good. 4K 60, I've got it set up at right now. So yeah, just buzzing around. It's nice. Little 3S batteries, 550s. I'm flying with. I'm getting about 5 minutes. I'm flying them all the way down to, low battery. So
I got some 750s laying around.
yeah, you could fly a 750 with that. You can see I try to do any kind of flipping and it just wants to blow this way. The flight before,
I mean, it's a freaking Cinewook. You got
I know.
all that crap on there that for the wind to catch on.
Anytime I take my hands off the throttle, it blows freaking to the east. But I took the first flight, I took it way up, probably 250 feet. And the next thing I know, I was going to dive, and I'm like, shit, I'm 2 blocks over. And by the way, there was no breakup in that reception. I am behind my house, 2 or 3 blocks over, and it's windy as hell. But yeah, it's battling. This is a 5-inch day. I should have had a 5-inch flying today. A 5-inch would have killed this wind, but big old battery. You just need some weight, but it's fun. It's a fun little flyer. And
well, you need to refit your Mario 5 with there's an 04 Pro.
Yeah, I think I might buy another 04. I think I'm going to get another one. That's how much I like it. And I just got to get this set up right. I just got to get it in the right quad, and and that's gyro stabilized. That's not, that was gyro flow stabilized, that flight there.
All right. It's time to say goodnight.
This is unstabilized, by the way. So you can see this
stabilized on the file name.
Yeah, well, it's stabilized. This is gyro flow. This is Rocksteady. Yeah, this is the Rocksteady footage. Anyway. All right.
All right. Everybody, we'll see y'all next week. Until then, y'all be careful out there. Stay warm. And, good luck at your sleep study tonight.
Yeah.
I hope you study before you go there.
Yep. All righty, man.
All right.
Have a good one.
Y'all have a good night. Until then, bye.
Bye.